Hello, somebody on Earth wants to fly.
Headquarters calling Sky Flag. Come in, Sky Flag. Come in.
Yes, Chief.
Change course. Return to Earth immediately. Return immediately.
What is it? What's wrong?
The Martian ruby and the Andromeda diamond have been stolen.
Any idea who's responsible?
According to Commissioner Torgensen, only a strange button dropped by the seat. It has the insignia of Cassia on it.
Oh, yes, I remember. The Cassian people wear it on their national garment.
That's right.
I don't get it, Chief. We're supposed to have a treaty of friendship with the Cassian planet.
Commissioner Torgensen wants you and Miss Arden back here immediately to take over the case. Can you come?
Will do.
You know what to do. Contact the Black Comet. And tell the skipper I don't want any bungling. They've got to make sure Flesh Gordon and that woman assistant of his never get back to Earth.
The Martian ruby and the Andromeda diamond. It just doesn't seem possible.
You heard what the Chief said there.
Yes, I know, but both those gems were protected by gamma glass. And their display cases were exploded electronically to their bases.
I can't understand what suddenly came over Cassius. If they're responsible, this is a hostile act. An act of war.
Right. Spaceship, dead ahead.
Any identification?
No signal lights at all. And it's just changed course.
Which direction?
Straight toward us.
I don't like it. It may be an outlaw. Better try it with a signal beam. No response, huh?
No, he's running dark, Flash, and getting nearer.
I wonder what he's up to. Maybe we'll...
Flash, they opened up with our tractor gun. He's coming in for another pass.
Let it come. He doesn't know he's got this.
Here he comes and fast.
That'll give him a surprise.
Wingo bingo, and our Flash. Wingo bingo, and our Flash.
Fire.
We got him, Flash, we got him.
May have some Flash, may have some Flash.
You say these two gems suddenly reappeared in their display cases.
Just after we contacted the Sky Flash.
But why were the parcels so generous? If they stole these, why did they return them? Just doesn't make sense.
You're sure these are the originals?
Our people did an instantaneous lab test. They swear they're the originals. The same weight, the same crystal formation, the same planar reflections in field force.
And that one, Chief, isn't that the stellar emerald?
Yes, Flash. I've taken out the museum it's all over here. As you know, this building and these rooms are the best protected in the galaxy.
If it isn't safe here, it isn't safe anyplace.
These gems weren't safe in the museums with all of their alarms and their guides. I wonder really how safe this room is.
We don't have to worry. Every device that modern science could think of went into the protective measures of this room to protect the top secret papers of the Galaxy Council.
I don't get it. How could they make these gems vanish through gamma glass and then make them reappear?
I see only one possibility, Flash.
Yes?
It is possible that someone on the planet Cassius has managed to make a matter duplicator.
A matter duplicate.
Precisely. An apparatus that reproduces an exact duplicate of any mass of matter. Reproduces the original itself. As you know, we've been working on that same project here on Earth. Our MD project. And if Cassius has made a duplicator, Doctor, they're starting to run wild with it. If they haven't. Naturally, we can't be sure. But I have a suggestion.
Yes?
Suppose we talk to Professor Marini. He's the head of our matter duplicator project. Let's let him give us the benefit of his experience and advice.
You see, Commissioner Torgensen, we are beginning with the basic postulate that all matter is made up of building blocks we call protons and neutrons. I have attempted to design a machine that will reproduce these exact building blocks. Using these equations, I've been successful in small ways, but I cannot seem to progress to the next step.
Well, that's the matter duplicator, Professor Marine. I've never seen it before.
The enigma of the ages. 10 years of hard work, and so far, nothing but frustration and defeat.
And in your opinion, Professor, if someone had been able to create a successful matter duplicator, would it be possible for it to duplicate by remote control?
Remote control? I don't understand what you mean.
For example, would it be possible for a ray, an invisible ray of some kind, to be aimed at an object miles, perhaps even light years away?
But this is elementary, Dr. Zarkov. You have developed such beings yourself.
But I speak of a matter duplicator ray, capable of dissolving the elements of an objective into their electronic components, and then, in some manner, of reassembling them at the source of the ray.
That would explain Flash's question on how it could disappear through gamma glass.
But it is, forgive me, Doctor, it's ridiculous. The years I spent on my project, simple matter duplication, and I've not succeeded.
Not to mention the millions in credit put up by 5 planets of the galaxy to support your work.
No, Doctor, such a ray, I'm certain, has never been discovered. And I'm also positive no one else has created a matter duplicator machine.
Matter duplicator machine or not, I'm confident Cassius is behind this.
Forgive me, Commissioner Jorgensen. Of all the planets who could make a duplicator, Cassius is the least likely. They are so poor in wealth and resources.
That is logical, Professor. But what about the Cassian button that was found at the scene of the theft in the Andromeda Museum?
Yes. How do you explain that?
And you, Flash.
Yes, Doctor?
The attack that was made upon you by the unidentified spaceship. Doesn't it seem likely to you that that was a Cassian ship?
Yes, it might have been.
I'm sure of it.
I think this calls for a careful investigation of Cassius. What do you think, Chief?
The sooner the better.
Then we'd better get started right away. Okay, Dale?
I'm ready, Flash, but we'd better stop by your office and pick up some equipment.
Right, there are a couple of things we're going to need. Come on.
Take care of yourself. And good luck to you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
10 years of hard work and nothing. Nothing but frustration and defeat. Frustration, eh? Defeat. Zarkov should know that not only have I discovered matter duplicator ray exactly as he has described, but that also I have a formula which allows such duplicated matter to appear and disappear at will.
What can we do, Master?
Fresh gardener, that woman accomplice of his are headed for his laboratory. You failed me once, but be sure you don't bungle us up this time. This time, make sure they never even reach that spaceship.
To hear is to obey.
Welcome, gentlemen. I have some other work for you to do. At once.
Cassius, it's going to be a long cruise, Flash.
I say it is, way outside our galaxy. And this stun gun might come in handy. You know, Dale, I was just thinking.
Yes?
Whoever stole the Andromedan diamond and the Martian ruby won't rest until they've got the stellar emerald.
That's right. It should be an almost irresistible temptation.
Before we take off and sit there, maybe we ought to stop back at General Headquarters and make sure that the emerald is safe.
That's a good idea.
But before we go...
A carbo steel chain. The Flash, why are you taking that along?
It's in safe. Come on.
What happened to them?
I don't know. It's weird. Weird.
They were the rover Cassius, and this is the second time they've attacked us.
The fact that they're here means they're after the stellar emerald. Come on, Dale. Let's get to General Headquarters.
It looks almost like a crown jewel.
And even more important, it's safe. At least for the moment. And I intend to make sure it stays safe. That's why I brought this chain along. Don't move, Gordon. If you want the stellar emerald, you have to take me with it. It is not sweet, Gordon. But not smart enough. Cut this carbo steel all week and won't do you any good. It's got a tensile strength 1,000,000 times stronger than ordinary steel. I told you, if you want the emerald, you'll have to take me along. We'll do just that.
You may go.
But it is safe to leave him here with...
My dear fellow, I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. You may go.
Well, George, glad to see you.
I must say, you got an amount of difficulty. Really, I found your intrusion to my affairs most annoying.
Have you? Marini.
I said the wrong man.
I've got the right man. Why don't you show yourself, Marini? The masquerade is over.
My dear God, I must compliment you. You're very clever. Unfortunately, you've been a little too clever for your own good.
Or maybe you've been too clever, Marini.
Well, we shall see. One thing rather evades me at the moment. The question I should like to ask.
Well,
How did you identify me?
only you had the money and the resources necessary to make a matter duplicator, Marini. I figured you had made it successfully and decided to use it criminally. Leaving this in the museum on Mars as a false lead to throw suspicion on Cassius was a little obvious. So were the masks and hoods.
Excellent, Gordon. Excellent deduction. You are very shrewd, young man. I suppose you think I intend to use the meta-duplicator to conquer and rule the galaxy.
I do.
My dear Gordon, that's where you are wrong. Meta-duplicator to me is an amusing plaything. Imagine I can reproduce any object in existence out of thin air. You see this diamond? I can reproduce jewels and return them to their museum. I can reproduce money, all the money I want. Let me show you. You see, all I want. I've already circulated some in the bank, just to amuse myself. And to tell you the truth, Gordon, money is really all I desire, not power, youngster. I'm a quiet man, Gordon, peaceful man. I'm content merely to be the richest man in the entire galaxy.
5 planets poured their wealth into this project, Marini. You attempted to steal it for your own gain. You betrayed your calling as a scientist.
And what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to take you to Central Headquarters. You're going to stand trial before the Galaxy Supreme Court.
Don't be ridiculous, Gordon. If I need help, all I have to do is call for it. See, Gordon, this is the supreme triumph of the method duplicator. I can even duplicate myself. Every one of these gentlemen happens to be a replica of myself. And I assure you, You'll never leave this place alive.
Calling Commissioner Torgensen. Come in, please. This is Dale Arden calling to General Headquarters. Come in, Commissioner Torgensen.
Dale, this is Dr. Zarkov. Commissioner Torgensen isn't here. Can I be of help?
Dr. Zarkov, listen. They've got Flash and the Stellar Emerald.
Who has them there?
I don't know exactly, but they look like Cassian.
Cassian? Are you sure? This is very serious. If they are Cassian, this is tantamount to an active war against the rest of the galaxy.
I can't be sure, but their robes are certainly the kind we saw most of the people wearing when Flash and I were there.
I can't believe it.
Doctor, I told you I'm not sure. It's only an opinion based upon what I remember. Well, I could be wrong. Heaven knows I'm no Helen of Troy. I don't want to cause any wars.
Forgive me, Dale. I'm sorry. I wasn't listening.
Dr. Doc, what is it? You sound as though... Well, you're not making sense. What are you laughing about?
I'm sorry, Dale, but listen to this. All the duplicated gems have turned to jelly.
Turned to jelly? Why, that means the matter duplicator is no good.
Well, it hasn't been perfected yet. After a while, the molecular tension gives out. Listen, Dale. Go find Commissioner Torgensen and send him here at once. I want to show him this.
But what about Flash? He's disappeared.
Well, the Cassians can't have taken him far. I'll order an immediate GBI search.
Very nice, dear God. You think clever young man like you. Unfortunately, you possess a little too much information.
Flash Gordon calling Central Headquarters. Gordon calling CHQ.
Where are you, Flash?
I'm in Professor Marini's lab. Get over here right away, Chief, and when you do, bring along an electronic blacksmith.
Well, Flash, these are the real gems Marini stole.
Yes, they were in Professor Marini's laboratory. And I can assure you these won't melt away. And what about the matter duplicator, Doctor?
I'm taking that project over personally from now on, Flash. In time, I hope to perfect it. And then we can use it wisely and judiciously. We can produce duplicate food for starving people. Medicine, clothing, all the good things of life.
Come in. Space for Mr. Gordon. It's convenient.
Oh, thanks.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Gordon.
I think this one will last a little longer.